as they lost a good majority of their leadership team. And he had to come in and write the company and do those things. So he is someone that has had extensive, experience in the field, absolutely extensive, and then extensive knowledge and experience from the corporate side, and and is someone that can make decisions, can see where the challenges are, and fix those challenges. And hearing why he came here, and now this isn't hearing it from the front of the room. This is while we're sitting around a table and him sharing, you know, when he was asked, why are you here? What is it that brought you here? And this is the cool thing. And some of you all that were in that room, like Sandy, and like you heard it, where he kind of shared it from the front of the room, because he can actually, Steve was saying that he was right next to him as he was saying this. So he could be anywhere that he wanted. He could be retired right now. He's made his money. He's done the things. And he said, I had to ask myself, am I done? Am I done? And he came up with, no, I'm not done.
Do now.
All right. We have a couple naughty unmuters. So basically he said, no, I am not done. So then he had to go, well, if I'm not done, what do I want to do? And he said he had many different offers of people that offered him, all kinds of, amazing compensation plans and all kinds of stuff for them, for him to come over to their companies. And he picked this company for a reason. One, he looked at the customer base that we've been able to generate. Guys, 99% of the companies out there, in fact, I'm going to say 99.9, have not perfected how to go out and build a customer base like the people in this company have. Number two, we've done it with an organic growth. Many of the leaders, many of the top earners don't really have any experience in this industry and have been able to do. So guys, in the industry, when you look at network marketing, direct sales as a whole, we have done some amazing things that many companies have never accomplished. And we did it with this group of people, and we did it in a way and stuck together through all the challenges. And he said, if these people can not only grow, but build a team of people that stick together through all the things, because he looked at what we had and actually went and watched a lot of our trainings and watched all the different things. And the reality of it is he came over here because of you guys. He came over here because who we are as a culture, as a community. And he knew that he could do the biggest thing here that he could do anywhere else, especially with the mindset and vision that Phi Chan has. And out of Phi Chan's mouth directly, he goes, being $1 billion company, that's easy. That's already done. Like, there's no question that this will be $1 billion company. And it's interesting that if you've been in this game for any length of time, people will talk about the fact, oh, we're going to be $1 billion. It's like talking points that many companies just say, we're going to be the next $1 billion company and all this stuff, right? Well, what Bo also shared is the fact that Phi Chan has built multiple $1 billion companies, multiple, not just one, not two, not three, but multiple, a whole bunch of them. And the other thing that's great about Phi Chan is he's never done network marketing. And like, he's never owned a network marketing company. He's never done network marketing. He loves the idea of empowering people. He loves, the fact that, what's possible here, but he's never actually, been one of the people, because this is the reality. Many companies have been started because, some people out in the field go, we're going to go start our own company. And a lot of times the companies are started out of greed, not out of need. They're started out of, we're going to go do it better and all that. And when better, their terms are, how can we make as much money as we can as fast as we can? And for the people that are here from the corporate side, Phi Chan being one of them, are here to leave a fingerprint or leave a footprint on what it is that they want to create and do something special and to be a part of something amazing. And Bo said, look, I'm not here to play small. I'm not here to just come and go, oh, grow some company. I'm here to basically do what I believe. He didn't, it wasn't even I believe. What I know is that we're going to be able to do something absolutely amazing with what we have and who we are with this group of people. So what I can share with you is that it was an amazing event, not just hearing that stuff, but just seeing him in the simplicity. Guys, we have some very simple systems, and he elaborated on those systems and gave us some more arrows for our quiver. Now, that doesn't mean go change everything that you're doing and all that and do some of the things that he was talking about. But guys, if you learn the skill set that he was sharing and intertwine that with what we're already doing, like from a social media perspective or from a just go out there and how to approach people and what to say and all that, even whether it be online or offline, guys, it is stuff that can literally bring your business to the next level. So with that, let's call some people out on here. Sandy, since you were there, why don't you share what you got out of it and what you felt? And I see we have Steve on here. Who else was at the event?
Well, I was in awe. I mean, I was an hour late because of all the backups around Orlando. You would never know that there's a pandemic going on in Orlando. I mean, it was like everybody came to Orlando. Anyhow, seeing all of the top leaders there, I was in awe. But Bo Short, I'm going to take him and put him in my pocket. What an amazing man. 62 years old and still wants to help people. I was in tears. I'm telling you, I was in tears because he is here to help us, not only the leaders, but the little people. And my husband said to me, "What's wrong with you, Sandy?" I said, "I'm in awe of this man." Just like I was in awe of seeing Ricky Duran, seeing Chris Schroeder, all the top leaders. I'm like, I know they're just like me. And I know that they didn't stop. And I'm not going to stop. And that's why I was in awe. Thank you, Chris.
Awesome. So I see we have Patricia on here. We have Steve on here. Which one of you guys want to share?
Hey, Chris. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, just getting out the shower. It was amazing. God, how do I say it? This is, I think, one of the best I've been to in the 3 years I've been with the company. I've got more out of this than you can imagine. And like Bo Short said, if you're here, stay, don't move, follow us. This is where you need to be. And I believe that. I truly believe that, Chris. And if anybody can get to events, these events are the best. And you learn so much. And you see how our leaders are there to help us. And Chris, you're one of them, Tony, Ian, Ricky, to reach out and say, hey, I need help. Y'all are there. And thank y'all so much. And thank you for an amazing weekend.
Awesome. So Steve. Let's call you out around here.
Patio, I got you. Unmuted me. I'm unmuted. So now I can get crazy this morning.
What's happening, my friend?
Hey, how are you, brother? Great to see you guys this weekend. You know, Chris, when I was in there with y'all and listen to Mr. Bo Short go at it, and man, that guy's got 3 hours of energy and he didn't stop. And then I see, hey, Ian, I see you in the back, buddy. And Miss Betsy. But anyway, to see you, Chris Schweda, sitting on the edge of your seat for 3 hours. I mean, it was like you were in an action film and didn't want to miss anything. I don't think you moved. I'm not even sure you breathed. You know, while Mr. Short was just laying stuff out and just showing his heart to us. And the biggest thing I took away from it is his integrity. I mean, I have never heard a man speak with such integrity, and then to have him sit next to me for an hour and a half, 2 hours for dinner, while we actually had his dinner in hand, and we just kind of sat and ate in front of him. But I mean, he was like, no, I want to stay with you guys. I want to know about each of you. Where are you from? What are you looking? I mean, it was phenomenal. Just phenomenal that he was at, you know, that he was able to bring it to us like he did. And it was life changing. I didn't want to leave, you know. I didn't want to come back here. I'd have stayed down there a week if it would have been going for a week. I mean, so just really a great event, some beautiful people, you know. The culture is phenomenal. You can't make this stuff up. And, you know, I already miss y'all.
Good stuff. I see Colby said that the event changed his life. Colby, are you there?
He was stuck with me in the car. That's what changed his life.
Yeah, I'm here.
So Colby,
it was
you said it changed your life. How did it change your life? Like, how can an event change your life? I mean, are we exaggerating a little bit here? Like, oh, this event changed my life. Like, what happened for you?
Okay, so I was already with another company not too long ago, and it was an amazing company, amazing people, but I just never really felt connected. But just being there, like, everyone was so open. It was such a family environment, and everyone really accepted me and appreciated me and helped me feel seen, and they loved on me. And that part was just truly amazing, because family and community is a very big thing for me. And being so young, and my family being blew up in the past because of some past traumas, like, that is something my heart really longs for. And so everyone there was truly like a family member to me. And then listening to both Shorts and all the leaders speak, it really shifted me. And I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, just trying to absorb everything. And then just the energy of the room, it brought me to tears. I was sitting there halfway through the event, just thinking how thankful I am that Garrett reached out to me by me going on a live, and how Gavin and Kels took me under their wing. And then I got to go to the event and then see everyone. It shifted a lot in me, and to really feel that I was at the right place and exactly where I need to be, and to be in this environment so young, and just to take seeds and exposure from everyone. It's really going to take me to a point that allows me to make a really massive impact. And I'm a different person. I'm more at peace with myself, and I'm super excited, and just to be a part of the company, the family, and to use these products, because these products have brought so much peace and happiness and fulfillment for me. And so I'm forever grateful that Garrett reached out to me and brought this gift to me.
Awesome. Good stuff. See, we have Suzanne was there. Suzanne, what did you take out of the event?
Hey everybody, happy Monday. It was well, for me it was a homecoming, because I haven't seen you all since Dallas. So I was super grateful that I was able to attend. I'm only a 6-hour drive from Orlando, and I was like, Orlando, I'm coming for you. I loved how simple Bo put it into perspective for us. And I know we have a very simple system, but of course I always get caught up in my own head. And plugging into the Monday calls and the Wednesday calls and the connection calls, and seeing Bo in person. I think at one point I might have grabbed my brand partner's hand, because I only have one brand partner at the moment, but I might have grabbed her hand and went, oh, because I know that I can do this. I know that I can do this. He's instilled in me that I can do this. And I think I actually went up to him at the end of the event, because I had goosebumps the entire time. And I kept writing, like fiercely writing, just everything. It was hard to write as fast as he was talking, but I did it. And I'm so glad he repeated himself, because I was like, oh yeah, I didn't catch that the first time. but it was a homecoming. It was, our company is filled with so many beautiful people, and we are changing lives one person at a time. And I might not, again, and I don't want to compare myself to others, and I'm not going to cry. I might not be as quick as others, but I'm getting there. And I'm so grateful to be here with you all and to meet everybody. And just thank you.
Awesome. So guys, as you notice, like we're asking people to share and stuff like that. And no one's like going into like exactly like I learned this or I learned that and I learned this and see, this is the crazy part about this. And we talk about plugging in and the culture and community, and we talk about all these things. And many of you all that weren't there are probably sitting there going, oh yeah, sounds amazing. And you really have no idea what people are even trying to say. Because when we talk about an experience, it's not something that you can really describe, right? So if I'm describing something, well, it's kind of like skydiving and whatever, and you've never skydove, like you have no idea what someone is trying to explain. Or imagine you trying to, like, imagine if someone has never tasted chocolate in their life. There's some from some foreign little tribe somewhere that has never had chocolate, right? And you're having to try to explain what chocolate tastes like without being able to say, you know, kind of tastes like chocolate, but like and they've never had chocolate. So for you to say it's like chocolate, they don't know what chocolate is. They've never had chocolate. They've never tasted chocolate. So guys, this is an experience.
Yep.
Let me get the naughty unmuters. Guys, this is an experience. And many of us have been here for a long time. You know, the person sitting next to me was a part of that original core group that we talk about, that when we talked about what we want it to look like, what we want it to feel like, he was a part of that. He was, you know, helped create that. I see we have Tony Garcia on there. She was also one that helped create the feeling. Everything that you guys see us doing with Facebook groups and tagging, adding messaging and all that stuff, she helped basically formulate that. She was the first one in the whole team doing it all, and basically taught and duplicated that with everyone because of the servant-driven leader that she is. So she's amazing. We're going to have her share as well, whether she knows it or not. But I'm going to turn it over to my good friend right here, who I've been able to build a relationship with over the last few years. But I mean, we become really, really close friends. And even if we don't talk for weeks at a time, anytime that we talk, we pick up exactly right where we were, because what we are is actual true friends. And that's what we're building here with people. And of course, you're not going to get to know every single person on the team, but this is what you can do. The people that you do get to build a relationship with, you can truly build a true relationship. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my buddy over here, Ian Prather. And he's like, what am I going to say?
Look at all these people. There's Julie. So we were on our way to Orlando in the car and listening to the Zoom from Friday, which Julie was doing and sharing her story. And I sent her a message. God, you made me talk. Because she did amazing, you know. Like I really felt that. I said, I'm going to send her a message and just tell her you did amazing. And then she messaged me back and said, oh, well, thank you. I wish I could be there. And then she messaged back to me and said, I just realized you're on my team. You're in my upline. And we've been in this thing for a while, y'all. And I said, you know what, Julie, if I was really good at this, like you probably would have already known that by now. You know, because some of the leaders in the team, they're really good at digging down and getting to know everybody and all that stuff. And here I'm Mr. Introvert person. And, you know, I'm totally fine staying at home and just, I don't even know how this happened. Like, really, I don't even know how this happened, except we have amazing products, and what the way it happened is the people, you know. And it was that experience of her not realizing that like we're even on the same team, you know, that got to me, that said, you know, that's what this business is the people. And then we show up in Orlando, y'all. And I don't know if you guys know Nick Maynard, and he's not connected directly to our team. He's sidelined to our team. But at an event one time, he got up in front of everybody and he opened up and shared what he went through. And he's a Wall Street trader who lost his best friend when the towers came down in New York. And I could literally see him shaking. He was so scared. But he opened himself up and he got real. And when he came off that stage, he walked right by me. I never spoke to this guy in my life, but I just grabbed him. I didn't go through that he went through, but I've been through some stuff, y'all. Is it just me and him, or anybody else out there ever go through some stuff? Anybody raise your hand if you've been through some stuff? Okay, so it's not just me. So we've all been through some stuff. And here was this guy who opened up, you know, and that hug, that connection that we made at that moment, I will never let go of for the rest of my life. And this guy right here, you know, we just met a new CEO. I've only seen him on a Zoom. I've only heard him talk and say some things. And I don't know about y'all either, but I have like a BS detector. You know, anybody else have one of those that sometimes it works real good, sometimes it don't? I wanted to see what that said when I meet this person face to face and in person. And somebody that I have a lot of faith and trust in is this guy right here. And so just like Steve was watching this guy and how he's reacting, I'm watching him. And he was on the edge of his seat, taking notes, captivated, all in during the stuff that this guy shared with us. And he opened up and shared a lot with us about himself and his past and things that he'd been through. He's been through some stuff. And he doesn't have to be here doing this. Okay. So whenever the event ended, Chris walked by and stopped right in front of me and turned, and he did 2 thumbs up like this. And he said, we just took this company to the next level with that guy. And I can't tell you how much faith, how much, I don't even know what the right word is, how much belief raised in me about what we're doing and where we're going, just to hear that from Chris. Okay. And so I know I'm rambling on, guys, but this is what this is about. I got to see Steve Cirillo in person. We got to hang out and visit, and I got to hug his neck. We've talked a lot on the phone. I see Pete's on here. Me and Pete's talked on the phone a lot. I haven't got to hug his neck yet and sit down and visit. I got to see Patricia. I got to see Tony. I got to see Marcy Kavanaugh. And Bo came and sat down at the table with a big part of our team sitting there, and we just got to visit with him and pick his brain and ask questions. And what I'm telling you is I saw people who've been in this industry for 20 years say things like, oh my God, I've never seen anybody explain what he just did. And I got it. Like I finally understand what they mean when they say something like that. And so that's the ability this man has to break this down into the simplest things, that if we just get into the pattern and the habits of doing what we do, we're going to explode our business. And it doesn't have to be in Asia. It doesn't have to be in some other country. Right here in the United States, we've barely started going, guys. So that's what I got out of it. I'm hugely uplifted. I drove 12 hours yesterday. This is probably the latest I've slept in, I don't know, years probably. And I started hearing Chris talking when he got on the Zoom, like, oh my God, it's 9 o'clock. I got to get on the Zoom. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad to see each and every one of you. I hope just that inspires you to know that where we're going and who we're with and who is leading us. What they say, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and he just showed up. So with that all,
That's perfect. And you know, it's funny because you know, for 3 years, like I feel I've been pouring my heart, my soul into, you know, this organization, this company. I mean, this is our baby. Like we together as a culture, as a community, you know, starting with Mark and Judy and myself, Ricky, you know, we have so many people that were a part of that core group of people that all felt like there's something better out there. There's something that, you know, is far greater. Like we all get started in this industry because we have big dreams, we have big aspirations, and then we see things that may not align with who we are and things like that. And we're like, well, you know, that's just part of it. And what I can share with you is the vision of what this company was created on was being the change in the industry, was being different, was not being this hype machine. And yes, we'll get on calls and say, you can do it and it's possible and all this stuff. But it was truly about the feeling. Because guys, we can teach you a skill set and we can tell you what to say, we could tell you what to do and all that stuff. But the reason why people don't do it is based on the way that they feel. And if we could be different, if we can help people feel something different, if we can help people experience something different, then maybe we can help move them to do a little bit more. Maybe we can have, because guys, this really is so simple. It really is so simple. And if it's so simple, why don't people do it? It's because of the way that they feel. And a lot of that way that they feel has to do with the way that they feel about themselves. It has to do with the way they see themselves, the way they look at themselves, the stories they've been telling themselves. And guys, when we said that we wanted to be different, we didn't want to make a big deal of the big earners and the people. And it's funny, you know, you hear people share, oh, I wanted to meet you and Ricky and this person and that person, all these, you know, when you look at the leaders in the company, guys, oh, we're just like you. There is no anything special about anybody here. Nobody's, I mean, I am sitting here going, I don't even know how we did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is he does know how we did it. I mean, we were very strategic in what we did, and there was very boom, 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 ABC 1, 2, 3, which he does know that part. But he's done some of those things in the past and didn't get the results that he has right now. And the fact that he has what he has to do with the way that he's made people feel. How did you guys feel about what he just shared? You know, so the thing is that what we are and who we are as a culture and a community, and the reason why we're the Happy Co is because we're the Happy Co. We are the Happy Co. The happy collaboration, the happy community. Yes, we have happy coffee, but guys, the products are not the community. The products are not what made this company grow the level that they have. The products were around for 2 to 3 years prior to us getting here, that other people had tried to launch the same products. But what they didn't have is the vision of how they were going to make people feel, guys. And these products, what they are is they are an accentuation of who we are as a community. In other words, they help allow a release of these chemicals naturally that our culture and community also create. So when we talk about the 6 basic human needs, and we talk about, and Lou is there as well, we talk about basically, you know, making people feel love and connection, making people feel that they're important, that they're significant. When we talk about making people see that what they do matters and that they contribute, and that we create a place for growth where people can become the best versions of themselves. Those are the 4 primal of the 6 human needs that Tony Robbins talks about. And our culture and our community helps people to feel that feeling. And when I'm talking about the feeling, guys, you can't put into words what an event does in people's lives. I was joking when I was like, Colby, how did it change your life? You can't explain chocolate. You can't explain how this will bring your spirit to another level. You can't put that in words, guys. It's an experience. And what I love about what we do is we can help people experience something different and change in their lives. We can be that change. And the thing is that you might go, well, I'm not a big whatever stupid story you're telling yourself about your limitations, which are a bunch of garbage, a bunch of BS. Guys, if you can just make an impact or a difference in one person's life by sharing this with people, then you made a difference and you contributed. And it was funny, Bo said what I say on many, many different calls, like especially on Mindset Mondays. We talk about this all the time. Comparison is the thief of joy, and you don't need to compare yourself to anybody else or their success. The only person you can compare yourself to is the person that you were yesterday. And the only thing that you can control is what you do right now. Because the only thing that we have is the present. You know, the past is already done. It doesn't matter what the hell happened in the past. The future doesn't exist except for what you do right now. And what you do right now is what will shape and shift the future. So I'm going to open. I just went off on a drunkalog rant, whatever you want to call. And I'm going to call on Tony. And I see we have a couple other people here. So Tony Garcia, my friend. Where's my beautiful friend?
Hi, I'm here, Chris. Sorry, we're still in the car.
By the way, guys, I just want to tell y'all, she is an absolutely amazing, she is someone that I am so proud to call a friend, and someone that I've been able and blessed to be able to learn from and just mentor from in so many different ways. And I just want to say that I love you, Tony.
I love you, Chris. Thank you so much for those kind words. Guys, you know, you ever left a place that just left you feeling some kind of way, and there's really are just no words to describe it? You've heard that from pretty much everyone. It's absolutely incredible to go to these events because there's truly no way to describe the way that you left. But here's something that I took away, and you know, sharing our takeaways is phenomenal. Here's, you know, Roxanne and I don't know if she's on here, I didn't look to see who's on, but we were sitting there, and of course, you know, like some of them said, we couldn't write fast enough because Botox are really fast. But it was phenomenal. Me too. Many of you guys were watching Chris because Chris is someone that I absolutely love and adore. And the biggest thing is I trust him. I trust his judgment, and I know how straight through their crap. I don't see that. I just love everybody and see all the good in them. But I'm watching Chris the whole time, and he's like leaning over in his seat. He couldn't get close enough to Bo, and he was taking notes. And I'm like, yes, the whole time, because it was phenomenal. This man, and here's something that I gathered from him, and I know that all of you did too. You know, we have a system. We have, you know, for those of you that have been, however long you've been a part of, is what's gotten everyone to where they are. Hear them talking so many times. I get on a training, or this one's going to be speaking, or this successful person, wow, they've made it far and fast. And time they share a 4-step system. I'm like, wow, it's the 4-step system. Bo on Saturday shared what worked for him and how he helped teams to gain success in over 100 different countries that he's worked in and built organizations in with a system. Exactly the words he shared real fast, like at least 100 times. I'm telling you, he went over and over and over again. So guys, it's not about learning all these things. It's not about having to learn so much to generate success for yourself. It's about mastering just one thing, duplication over and over and over again. And I don't know if anyone's shared what those words are, and I don't have them, and I haven't learned them just yet. If anyone knows it just yet, maybe they can share with you guys. And if not, we'll get it together for maybe another training so that, because I think that that's super important to know what to say when you're in front of someone, right? And that's what Bo gave us this weekend, because, so many times you go to a training and you learn this, and yes, the belief was absolutely phenomenal. With what he shared with us, brought our belief. Air traffic controller better clear the way, because we just took off. I mean, this thing is going to launch. And, what he shared with us is, from a belief standpoint, is phenomenal. But he gave us the words, guys. And so many times we show up wanting to know, okay, what do I do? What do I say? He gave us that. He came with that. And it's what's helped him to build all the businesses that he's been able to successfully be a part of building. And we have that now. And guys, it works. It works. We took it this weekend. And of course, I've stumbled on some words, and I watched my girls, and they did the same thing, but they got them phone numbers. Roxanne comes out of Starbucks in the hotel, and she's holding the thing up. She got 2 numbers on one page. She's like, yes. So guys, it works. Maybe one of the other people can share, what it is for those of you that weren't there. But it was absolutely phenomenal. And it just goes back to systems. And here's one that I want to share. We had the absolute honor and privilege of having Bo sit with us at our dinner table. And I asked him a few questions. Of course, he sat down, and it's just about really getting to know one another, right? On a personal level. And we weren't talking a whole lot about business. And I just wanted to know, I wanted to ask him a couple of questions, because this man could have chosen to go anywhere, right? So many companies, he wasn't working, he wasn't building, he wasn't doing anything, because he doesn't need the money, guys, I promise you. But he wanted to exit this world knowing that he's done something significant. And he just hadn't felt that he'd done that. And so he was, wanting to do something really good, be a force for good in the world. And so he started looking at a few different things. And I think maybe he shared he looked at about 30 different companies. And so I asked him, I said, oh, why us? What made you choose us of all the companies that you could have been part of and gone to close this chapter in your life? And what he said to me, or to us, because it was a table full, he said, it was all of you. It was you. You're the reason why I chose this company, and it's not me or the ones at the table. He's meaning the community and the culture that we've created here. All of you, all of us together created this community and culture of love, and just wanting people to feel incredible. And that made me feel so good, because guys, no other company has that. Chris shares that all the time. We have something super special here, and you have been hand chosen to be a part of that. He also tells those at the table, if this is your first stop, don't go anywhere. You are blessed to be a part of the best. And he knows, he's been around the block a few times in the industry. And so when he shared that with me, and he also said before he even took a look at that for one of our other guys, head men leading the ship, he said what else he recognized here was honesty. And not a lot of companies in this industry build with integrity and honesty. And that was something that was huge for Bo Short. And so to know that we have the honesty, integrity in our company, from a corporate and proud of to get out there and share with the world. So thank you, Chris, for allowing me to share.
Thank you so much, Tony. So who else was at the event? I know we had quite a few people there. Who else was there? Anyone else want to share that was there? Share that was there.
I'll say hello. Hi, guys. Hi, Chris.
Bye.
This is real, guys. I'm still in bed at the hotel. I'm still here. Me and Roxanne. So I usually don't come on camera, but I'm just being real. It was incredible. And there aren't words to describe the event aside from we're getting little pieces of the puzzle all the time in our trainings, and they're awesome. But there was, or at least this was my brain's way of interpreting his speech, was it gave us the conversation from the very first second all the way to the end, even with the but, it was that answer. It was that answer. Keep going back to that same repetitive, the same information, which for me was huge, because I always get stuck in that, well, I need to answer that question. No, you don't. That was huge for me. No, you don't. Give them the same response, same response. And I had never met anyone in person. Everyone's always just been on the box from my side. And to have met so many people, I never knew lines. I never knew where anybody belonged. I was just a total newbie, just kind of in awe with, again, it's going to sound like a repeat, but if you were here in person, guys, the family, the camaraderie, no one is too good or too big to talk to. Yeah. That was, I'd be sitting chatting with someone, and again, I'm like, I would hear names and I'd see them from, the box people, because that's all I've ever seen, or Zoom people. But to be chatting with someone was overwhelmingly, again, I'm just going to sit here and sound like Roxanne sitting right next to me, and she didn't want to be on camera. So, she's going to pop in.
I'm okay. Hi, everybody. We're still here in Florida, and yeah, it's just so much to put into words.
Yeah.
Just amazing, amazing. And sitting at the table with you two, Ian and Chris, and, just the after party, that was where it all was, because Chris, we talked about that, and you really just realize that, it's just us. It's just us. And, we just all just came together in such a way and just made everybody feel so welcome. And everybody just comes to that realization that, you know what, we're all just people on the same mission, and that's just to serve. And it's a beautiful place to be. And I just really hope that, what I know for myself and for you, we're all going to take this back to the people who we know and love, who are in the business. Mm-hmm. Look forward to growing this bigger for sure. But at the end of the day, this is the right place to be. We can call Happy Co home.
Yeah. Yeah. And another, it was,
what did he say?
Oops, sorry. It was very interesting sitting there, knowing that we're not, the not as successful ones are, we kind of keep boning up, miss an opportunity. And I don't know if you realize it when we were having that, big table chat, and you're sitting here going, I didn't even think about it. I totally, when your wife's like, did you get his info? And you're like, I didn't even think of that. And you're honest enough to go, I messed up too. Or not messed up. We're not messing up. We just didn't see an opportunity. So for all of your honesty on all parts, everyone. And again, and we can talk till the cows come home, but until people get to see that information from Bo, it'll be life-changing for them. So thank you everyone for an awesome opportunity. And I can't wait to see how our next meeting, we're all going, oh my God, remember when we blah, 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 blah. We're all just going to rock at this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Want to say bye?
Roxanne, so you came out with phone numbers. What did you say? What did you do?
All I did is ask them about, they were at the Starbucks, and I just asked them, how did you enjoy yourselves? And thank you so much for serving us, and made it very personable. And asked them, have you heard about the Happy Co before this? And they were like, no, but what is this? And I took it a little bit of a step further. I had my samples with me, and because they were at Starbucks, they actually made a cup of coffee right there in front of me. So yes, but I know too that the fortune isn't also in the follow-up. So I will be calling those girls to see how that, in fact, I'm just going to go downstairs right after this, fill up my cup and ask them how our coffee made them feel compared to what they have every day.
Perfect.
It's not just
Awesome.
coffee.
Thank you so much, ladies. Anyone else want to share? Lou, you want to share? Anyone else?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, Lou.
First of all, the energy there was just amazing. I can pick up people's energies and, like you said, bullshitters and stuff like that. And it was so positive and so emotional and happy, and that's why we come Happy Go. But I also got 2 numbers. When I left there, it was starting to storm, and I had to pull over to a rest area because the wind was trying to blow my car off the road. And I thought I was getting in a tornado because the wind was blowing, the trees were swirling around. So I ran inside and I did the same thing. I got 2 numbers from the girl at the Dunkin' Donuts. So it's amazing how you just be yourself and ask questions, and
Good stuff.
it's like you said, it's hard to describe.
So good stuff, Lou. And so what we're also going to be, and y'all are probably like, what did he say? What did he teach? And all that. And we'll definitely be going into that. And we're going to be diving into more of that stuff, you know, through the Mindset Mondays and all that stuff. Tonight, we'll have some other leaders that will jump on and share that were there and what they experienced and all that. So there's going to be a lot of that, and it's going to be a lot more nuggets as well. But one of the things that for me, and I've been feeling, if you've been on calls with me, you've been hearing me talk about, yes, I believe social media is great. Yet at the same time, I believe that this best trained team wins. And yes, we have a very simple system, and we have a very simple, you know, it's 4 steps. It's pretty easy. And we talk about the mindset a lot, because if you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to do the activity anyway. It doesn't matter what. I'm telling you, you're just not going to go out and do it. But with that, also realize there's some pieces of the puzzle that, you know, we haven't been doing that I used to do that work. And he did one of those from the front of the room. And one of the things that I used to do when I was either closing or answering someone's questions in the closing side of it, or in what we call a game plan interview / welcome call, was actually drawing out an organization for them and helping them to picture what it looks like for them to have a team under them. Because everyone in their mind has, you know, when they're looking at a business like this, they're thinking, oh, the 5 people that they could go, that'll join them, that'll do this with them, right? And then what'll happen is they go talk to a few people, and if somebody says yes, then they'll continue to do it. But if they talk to those 5 people that they've in their mind said that they're going to do it and they don't do it, then they give up on their dream pretty quickly. So one of the things that we're going to be teaching is how to sit down and paint a picture and help that person to see what it looks like. And then more importantly, get them into action right then and there. Imagine if you called the first few people with your new people to help them to line it up and to help them to basically bring that to the next level. So we're going to be showing how to do that as well, because this is something that recently I've actually been back in the trenches doing again. And when somebody, and I'm not saying back in the trenches doing it again, because I never quit doing the business, but this is something I used to do years ago that I wasn't doing here. And I looked at what can we do to help people step up their game to another level? How can we get people started faster to get them going? Imagine your new people can never screw up what they say if you say it for them. And we'll teach you how to do that. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. And, you know, as you're painting out and drawing out a picture of what their organization looks like, and then you're saying, hey, who's the 5 sharpest people you know that are go-getters, business people? And then they start writing that out. And then, hey, who do you know that person knows? Who do you know that person knows? Helping them to draw out what that looks like, what their team looks like. Because the thing is that people can only think about the people that they know, but they're not thinking about who do they know and who do they know and who do they know and who do they know. And when you start to realize what that looks like, and those people, hey, would you agree? Mary knows people that you don't know. Well, yeah. So who else do you know? I know Doug. Well, who do you know that Doug knows? Who do you know that person knows? Who do you know that person knows? Hey, would you agree that person knows people you don't know? Yes. So the thing is that you can draw out and make people see how big their team can be. And you'll be like, all right, well, let's call Doug right now together. And then you actually talk for him and say, hey, Doug, you don't know me, but we have a mutual friend. I'm sitting down with Nietzsche, and I asked her, who did she know that had great people skills? And I asked her, who did she know that was a go-getter? And your name came up. I just called to see if she was telling me the truth or not, right? That's my personality. You don't have to say that exact thing, but I'll be like, hey, I don't know if this will be for you, Doug, but we're working on a project. Do you know anybody likes to be happy? Yes. Have you heard about the happiness challenge everyone's been talking about? No. What is that? Do you drink coffee, tea, or lemonade? I drink this or that, whatever. Oh my gosh, you're going to love this. Hey, if we send you a quick video, when can you take a whole few minutes to take a look at it? I can go look at it now. Awesome. We'll call you back in 10 minutes. Boom. Imagine if you're able to do that for your new people and get them into action and have that, say the person's not even enrolled yet. And you've drawn out what that looks like, what a team looks like, and you start getting on the phone with them right then and there with the people that they know and make those calls with them. Is that person more likely to sign up right then and there? Like, hey, Doug's already looking at it. Mary's already looking at it. Patricia's already looking at it. I better get enrolled because if these people get excited, they're going to want to sign up and I'm not even in. So guys, these are some things that we're going to help you all sharpen your axe and bring this whole business to another level. We're approaching an hour, so we're going to jump off. Any closing words? Anybody that was at the event that didn't share that wants to jump on real quick? Anything? Anyone? I see a hand up.
Chris, I would like to say thank you. When I signed up, the person who signed me up lost her mother to COVID, had a breakdown. I've been on my own the whole time. So your videos, Gavin's videos were all I had. Plus, thank God for Coffee Chat. So Coffee Chat's incredibly important. Thank you for putting up with me. I was a little starstruck. You were wonderful. But I also live streamed 90% of Bo's speech for Carmela and Nietzsche because they couldn't be there. So that's on my Facebook page. I can't wait to watch it about 8,000 times. Thank you all. It was amazing. Any event, I'll get there. And I just retired from my position and this popped up and I'm like, yes, it's time to go. It's time to invest. It's time to do it. So thank you all.
Well, I got to go jump on another happy coffee chat. So good talking with
guys.
everybody. Love
Bye.
you guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Lynn.
Thank
Bye,
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
That's
Thanks,
it.
everybody. That was
Thank
great.
Bye.
Bye, honey.
Thanks,
Go.
Chris.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Could feel the vibrations.
Well, Chris.
Yes.
Good night, everyone, or good day, good morning, whatever. Bye.
Clear?